The goal here is simple but mechanically demanding, getting two newborn twins latched and feeding at the exact same time, entirely on your own without needing a second set of hands. Before we even pick up the babies, we have to build the feeding station. You need a twin-specific breastfeeding pillow, 3 standard bed pillows, and a small rolled-up blanket. This timeline compares a 40-week singleton gestation against a typical twin gestation. The twin line drops off between 35 and 37 weeks, highlighting missing development. Due to this early arrival, the timeline extends past 40 weeks, creating a grace period for twins to practice feeding. So if progress feels slow at first, remember that tandem feeding requires extreme patience. Your twins are starting at a slight developmental disadvantage compared to full-term singletons, and they just need time to catch up. Step 1 is architectural. The primary failure point of tandem feeding is the mother hunching over her babies, which causes immediate back strain. Our physical station must elevate the babies entirely up to breast level. Look at this isometric illustration of our base layer setup. First, a pillow goes directly behind the lumbar spine for back support. Then, a flat pillow rests straight across the lap to serve as an elevation platform. Next, place your twin-specific breastfeeding pillow directly on top of that flat elevation platform. Finally, tuck your remaining standard pillows on the far left and far right sides of your lap. These act as your landing stations. Now for the initial loading phase. Bring both babies onto these outer landing stations first. Do not attempt to latch either baby until they are safely resting here. By building this comprehensive structural foundation, you prevent back strain entirely and guarantee neither baby is dropped during the delicate transition phase. Step 2 is the first latch. Identify which of your twins has the stronger, easier latch, and bring that baby to the breast first. A successful baseline latch happens when the baby's lips are flared and turned outward, often called guppy lips. This signals a deep, secure connection. But here is the most common physical failure point. When you let go to retrieve the second baby, the first baby often rolls backward down the incline, losing their balance and breaking the latch. To counter this physics problem, we use the blanket trick. This diagram illustrates exactly how it works. Take that small rolled-up blanket and wedge it tightly behind the first baby's head and shoulder blades. It acts as a physical chalk block against the pillow. Securing the first baby's physical access this way means they won't roll. It grants you complete, hands-free autonomy to focus entirely on bringing the second twin in. Now that the first baby is stable, you can safely use both of your free hands to lift the second baby from the landing station and guide them to the other breast. Here, both babies are in a football hold, with bodies extending backward along the mother's ribcage. Notice the angle change in this cross-section. The babies must be turned entirely sideways, belly to belly with the mother, rather than lying flat. If the babies lie flat, the curve of the breast forces a shallow latch, and gravity will slowly cause them to slide away from you and off the pillow. By enforcing strict lateral positioning, you make gravity work for you. It locks the babies securely against your torso, keeping them stable. Even with a perfect setup, spontaneous unlatching, or pop-offs, are a reality of tandem feeding. Expect them and practice calm, one-handed readjustments to guide the baby back to the breast. Mid-feed, twins will often try to fall asleep. Keep them actively feeding using tactile wakefulness techniques, like gently rubbing their palms or stroking their backs. You can also use gentle breast compressions to actively force milk flow, which naturally triggers the baby swallowing reflex. There is a strict rule once you reach this stage. Do not unlatch the babies to switch sides in the middle of a session. It is highly disruptive to their established rhythm. Maintaining feeding momentum is the ultimate priority here. Mid-feed physical transitions destroy the delicate structural balance of your tandem setup. Long-term milk supply relies on mechanical stimulation. Both breasts must receive equal stimulation over time, even if your babies feed with different levels of efficiency. This cyclic flowchart demonstrates the first tracking method. Swap which twin feeds from which breast at every sequential session for equal work. Alternatively, assign each baby to a specific breast for a 24-hour block, then rotate their assignments the next day. If you still run into feeding struggles, seek an assessment from a board-certified lactation consultant. They can isolate if one baby has a specific mechanical feeding issue that is just being masked by the busy tandem setup. Systematic tracking of feeds, combined with professional clinical assessments when needed, removes the guesswork. It transforms tandem breastfeeding from a daily struggle into a highly manageable, long-term system.